Well, this is the second full day for Meng Wanzhou at her house here in Vancouver. She was released from custody, of course, in Vancouver. She remains in her home here. It's been raining for a good part of the day, so this might be a good day for her just to stay inside. But should she decide to venture out, which she's allowed to do, a security detail parked in front of her house will be following her wherever she goes. In the meantime, her case, the Huawei case, is having some major reverberations far beyond Vancouver and far beyond Canada. Two Canadian men have now been detained in China. One of them is a former diplomat, Michael Kovrig, who was detained in Beijing. The other is an entrepreneur named Michael Spavor, who was detained in Dandong, China. Spavor runs tours of North Korea, apparently. The former diplomat, Kovrig, is a member of the International Crisis Group who currently lives in Hong Kong. Apparently they're being questioned by intelligence bureaus in the two cities where they're being held right now.
The Canadian citizens were suspected of engaging in activities that endanger China's national security. According to criminal law and criminal procedure, the state security departments have applied compulsory measures on the two persons.
We are aware of a Canadian who got in touch with us because he was being asked questions by Chinese authorities. We are working very hard to ascertain his whereabouts, and we have also raised this case with the Chinese authorities.
So as you heard, Chrystia Freeland, the foreign minister for Canada, was choosing her words very carefully. She was speaking about one of the two cases, but really her thoughts hold for both of the men who are currently in custody in China. Any connection that these apprehensions may have to the Huawei case, hard to tell at this point. Canada also is very concerned about some anti-Canadian protests that have been going on at their embassy in China, and have asked the Chinese for extra security out in front of that embassy as a protective measure. So this case continues. The local Chinese community here in Vancouver remains very concerned about how Meng was treated, the fact that she was arrested in the first place and then remained in detention for some 11 days. And even though some of them are willing to kind of put this in the background for the time being, they remain concerned and remain quite upset, and are watching this case very closely to see how it proceeds from this point forward. Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Vancouver, Canada.